get ready to do it Hollywood style with the Mattel WWE WrestleMania 39 Elites. WrestleMania Hollywood. Let's unbox them. Woo! Now this is a must-have WrestleMania Elite set. WrestleMania 39 Elites, including Dusty Rhodes, Macho King Randy Savage, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan. 4 massive names from 2 major, huge WrestleMania matches that are just etched into any wrestling fan's mental wrestling WrestleMania history. First, we're gonna unbox the American Dream, Mr. Dusty Rhodes, doing that Dusty dance. There he is in package. Here he is on the back. Facing off against Macho King and Queen Sherry, right? He won with Sweet Sapphire. A classic WrestleMania intergender tag team match. Probably one of the only times that match has been done really well. Style of match, excuse me. And of course, it featured Dusty Rhodes. You have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 interchangeable hands here. A pointer finger, an open hand, a fist, and a fist. Then you have the American Dream himself, Dusty Rhodes, with a wild-eyed head sculpt right there. All new, all great. You love the detail of his hair right here. Check that out. The molding just makes it look spot on and accurate. And he's wearing a soft goods yellow and black polka dot shirt. He's got that one black and yellow polka dot elbow pad. Of course, if you were to remove this soft goods shirt, you'll see Dusty's birthmark. There it is. Classic and almost as famous as Dusty, right? As an important part of his look is that birthmark right there. And here he is with black and yellow polka dot trunks and black and yellow knee pads. Check that out. Yellow and white ring boots, and these are old school kind of cowboy style, right? Check those out. Only Dusty Rhodes can get away with some great boots like these because they just fit him so perfectly. The American Dream, baby. And of course, Dusty Rhodes faced off with the Macho King, Randy Savage. Oh yeah, another Savage figure. And this one, really great. It's been a while since we've had a Macho King figure, right? Some of you know what I'm talking about. And it's great to get another one in the line, the WrestleMania 39 Elite line. We're going to unbox it right now. So we get another excellent version of the Macho Man, the Macho King, right there. Couple of interchangeable hands, an open hand and a pointer. Don't forget the Macho King's crown. Nice and malleable, look at that, great. And the Macho King scepter with a cool new little in-package detail, this little sticky piece of plastic right here. This was in Macho King's hand in packaging, so meant to help it stay in place. I dig it, it's really clear. I didn't even know it was there until right now when I was able to take it out of his hand, so. Great scepter accessory and something to keep it in place right there if you need that. And there's the Macho King, Randy Savage, right there with that crown. You can push it right down onto his head or remove it. Check that out. Also, those great styled sunglasses with a little bit of white studs right here in the front. Just too cool. Doesn't get any cooler than the Macho Man, aka the Macho King, Randy Savage. All smiles right here. Spot on body type as always. You have those arm wraps and the tape right here that matches the color scheme of his ring gear, and some really colorful, just absolutely such a cool colorful ring gear. This may replace the Macho Man that I have in my collection. As many of you know, I only like to have one figure at a time. This ring gear, it definitely kind of takes the cake. I love how colorful it is. I love that it just fits Macho King perfectly. Here he is with the laces in the back and in the front of his boots. Perfect for a traditional classic style wrestler like Macho King Randy Savage right here. It doesn't get bigger than this WrestleMania match right here. Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18. One of the all-time major, greatest WrestleMania wrestling matches. Perhaps one of the greatest wrestling matches in the entire history of wrestling. The Rock versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18. And it's right here in this WrestleMania 39 Elite set. I figured we'd have to wait a lot longer to get these 2 figures made in Mattel WWE form, but here they are. They're already out and just in time for the holiday season. That match had major wide reach, right? Like people that wouldn't even consider watching wrestling, or people that like would tell you, oh, I don't know much about wrestling, they know The Rock faced off with Hulk Hogan, and what an intense match that was at WrestleMania 18. The NWO versus The Rock. Too cool. Let's unbox them both. And here we have 4 hand accessories for Mr. NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan. 2 open hands and 2 ear cupping hands right there. And Hogan himself, you got that removable NWO Hollywood bandana. Check that out. We can go ahead and remove that to see Hogan underneath. Also wearing those white and black sunglasses, also removable to reveal Hulk Hogan, brother. Check that guy out. Moving some merch, right? What can I tell you? Moving merch, like always. He has this black and white boa on right here, and as you can see in the back, it's kind of molded around itself, so it can fit on really naturally instead of looking kind of funky or like, you know, crooked or what have you. So you can remove that boa to reveal Hollywood Hulk Hogan right here in a plastic NWO style shirt, which is to be honest, a little bit of a welcome change from the cloth ones that we usually get. So you can see it doesn't have any kind of connector, but it stays really close in the center right here. So anybody that has issues with the NWO shirts or Hogan shirts having a split in the middle, maybe you can do something with this. I don't know, super glue it, whatever your heart desires, you can give it a try. But nice to have an NWO shirt that can be split, that's not necessarily a soft goods shirt. You can see the molding on the rips in the back. Still pretty cool in my opinion, but that shirt, of course, is removable. When removed, it gives us a closer look at those pinless elbow joints, a great update for this Mattel WWE Elite action figure of Hulk Hogan. And you have his tights accurate to that WrestleMania. It says Hollywood in the back right here. You have some lightning bolts on each side. This is one of my favorite Hogan NWO outfits. Between this and the Ultimate Edition Hogan, NWO Hogan has been covered extremely well in the Mattel WWE Elite lineup. So pretty cool to see that. You can see the flames on the inside there. Hogan, brother. Don't forget Hulk Hogan's opponent, the now way more famous and just way more intense Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Why do they call Dwayne Johnson The Rock? Now you know why, if you had no idea before. Here he is, ready to face off with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18 for what is arguably for many the greatest wrestling match of all time. Pure wrestling match, just, you know, let's not go crazy or anything. Don't at me. We're going to crack that open and get a closer look at this version of The Rock with an all-new head sculpt. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Because to me it smells like 4 interchangeable hands, 2 Just Bring It hands, and 2 open mic hands. Great. And right here you can see The Rock with an all-new spot-on head sculpt. Look at that. One of the best, in my opinion, one of the best Mattel WWE Rock head sculpts there are, other than his super modern day jacked up versions. This is like basically a definitive Rock, right? This is at the height of his wrestling career for sure, no doubt. This is just major Rock right here with the Rock trunks, with the Rock in the front. There's the Brahma Bull on the back, the gold knee pads, and, you know, Rock with those open calf boots right there, and in the front some high laces. This is the People's Champion right here. Look at those People's elbow pads and the People's Brahma Bull tattoo. Already without the People's pants. Excellent. The Rock, baby. And the last but not least absolute win for this Mattel WWE Elite WrestleMania 39 set is the Build-A-Figure. It's Mean Gene Okerlund. You know something, Mean Gene? Here he is in all of his wrestling action figure glory. It's been so long since we've had a Mean Gene figure, and this is a great chance to get your hands on an absolute backstage WrestleMania staple in Mean Gene Okerlund. You need this figure, not just for WrestleMania, but think of the history that Mean Gene is included in. WCW, years and years of WWE. He's like the absolute top when it comes to backstage wrestling interviewers. If people aren't modeling their backstage interview skills after Mean Gene Okerlund, who added just the perfect amount of seriousness to wrestling, but knew when to be funny, of course. That said, he's absolutely the most important backstage interviewer probably of all time right here. And here he is in Mattel WWE WrestleMania 39 Elite as the big Build-A-Figure. With that great spot-on head sculpt, nice red bow tie. I can hear his voice in my head just looking at this, going on and on. And here he is. Check him out. full-on Build-A-Figure for Mean Gene Okerlund. Not to be confused with Mean Gene Okerlund. Mattel WWE WrestleMania 39 Elite has finally arrived, and it includes the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, Macho King Randy Savage, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, and a Build-A-Figure Mean Gene Okerlund. One of the best Mattel WWE Elite pay-per-view wrestling sets available. An absolute must-have with 4 major wrestling stars from 2 major WrestleMania moments and Mean Gene Okerlund, who is just synonymous with WrestleMania. So go ahead and check out Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com, and get your hands on the Mattel WWE Elite WrestleMania 39 wrestling action figures and so much more. Wrestling action figures, rings, accessories, anything you can think of as a wrestling action figure collector. Go to WrestlingFigures.com and make it all about wrestling figures.